I got my hands on the very first Samsung Galaxy Note 8 in Sri Lanka weeks before it was officially launched here in Sri Lanka thanks to Samsung. And now I have been using the Galaxy Note 8 long enough to understand that it's one of the best phones that you can buy right now. Before I got my hands on the Galaxy Note 8, I was using the Galaxy S8 Plus as my daily driver. And I must say, when I first got to use the Note 8, it felt amazing to use the S Pen once again. That's something I have always missed on my Galaxy S8 Plus. Hey guys, it's Banu here from Andro.com and welcome everyone to my full review of the Samsung Galaxy Note 8. Grab a good bucket of popcorn, grab a nice drink, go ahead and smash that subscribe button down below and sit back, relax and enjoy the review. The Galaxy Note 8 has top-notch specifications. It is rocking the Exynos 8895 octa-core processor, 6GB of RAM, 64GB of internal storage and a 3300 mAh battery. It sure does look like a beast when it comes to the specifications. But you guys know I don't consider the specifications much in my reviews. I value the real world use over the big numbers, so let's start off with the review as always by talking about the design. Samsung has a nice looking bezel-less design on the Note 8, just like with the Galaxy S8 or S8 Plus, and the only difference here being the sharp edges and the screen being more rectangular than curvy. Unsurprisingly, the device is big, slightly bigger than my Galaxy S8 Plus, and I love it. You guys know I love big screen smartphones because I'm able to do more and get more things done when the device is big. The front and back are covered with Gorilla Glass, and yes, it will break if you drop it just like if you drop any other glass back smartphone. So it's a smart idea to definitely use some protection with this phone. The Note 8 looks nice and premium as long as you wipe it and clean it because it's a fingerprint magnet. Also, in case if someone's wondering, yes, the headphone jack still exists and I love using the AKG headsets tuned by Harman Kardon we got in the box with the Note 8 every single day. What I don't like, however, is the placement of the fingerprint scanner at the back. Don't get me wrong, the fingerprint scanner is really great and it's fast and accurate. It's just the position that I'm worried about. I think a better placement would be where the Samsung logo is at the back. Moving on to the display, the 6.3-inch screen covering the front of the device is great. Easily one of the best displays to ever be in a smartphone. Outdoor visibility was also brilliant. I really enjoyed my time with the Note 8 thanks to this lovely display. I also still love that the Galaxy Note 8 features both a water-resistant body and a water-resistant stylus, so you can use it underwater if necessary too. I gotta admit, that's pretty cool. Something I didn't like in the time I used the Galaxy Note 8 are the speakers. Just like on the Galaxy S8 or any other Samsung flagship before, the speakers suck. I still don't understand why there aren't great speakers on Samsung phones. If anyone from Samsung is watching, it's time to go stereo and I would love some front-facing speakers if you can figure that one out with the bezel-less screen. Moving on to the cameras, the Galaxy Note 8 is Samsung's first phone to feature dual cameras. The Note line has always brought something big when compared to the S line of smartphones, and the same applies this year too. Spec-wise, the Note 8 packs dual 12-megapixel cameras where the wide-angle camera has an aperture of f1.7 and the telephoto camera has an aperture of f2.4 with up to 2 times optical zoom. The highlighting feature here is that both cameras pack OIS. The front-facing camera is a 8-megapixel sensor with an aperture of f1.7 and it has autofocusing on the front-facing camera too. When the Note 8 was launched and when Samsung said that it has a wide-angle camera and a telephoto camera, I got super pumped thinking that Samsung has also implemented a super wide-angle sensor as LG, which I love. Sadly, that was not the case. The wide-angle camera is wide only when compared to the telephoto camera and it was quite similar or if not identical to the one found on the Galaxy S8. Again, if someone from Samsung is watching, maybe a super wide angle camera is something you should consider adding next year as well. Here's a crazy idea, why not have 3 cameras at the back? Haha, just kidding. Or am I? Using the details captured from the second camera as well, Samsung is now able to produce portrait mode images on the Note 8 as well. It works okay, but it doesn't work as great as I would like. For anyone who's not familiar with the portrait mode, you can actually blur out the background and give it the effect that it was taken from a DSLR. Samsung even allows us to adjust the bokeh even after taking the picture, so that's pretty neat. In certain conditions, the portrait mode works well, but in some conditions, like when it is extremely sunny, the device is not able to properly blur out. This is especially visible around the hair if you look at a portrait mode picture of me. This is surely a work in progress, and Samsung can surely improve this in the future with software updates, so I will be looking forward for more updates in the future. Something I must also admire is the image processing done to the photos captured. It is really great. It is not easy to impress me when it comes to the camera performance, but with everything that the Note 8 packs, including a full suite of software tools, including a manual mode to control the camera, the Note 8 has to be on top of the list as one of the best smartphone cameras of 2017. Now let me show you some sample shots I have captured with the Galaxy Note 8 in the time I tested the device. Please note that none of these images are edited nor retouched. Let me know what you guys think about the quality down below, and hit that subscribe button while you're at it in case you haven't already. S Pen is the key feature of the Galaxy Note series. It is a great tool to increase your productivity, and Samsung has preloaded some nice features into it. I have already made a complete video on the S Pen right here on Andro, so definitely go ahead and check that out in case you haven't already, so that you can get a better idea about the S Pen and what features the Note 8 packs. The S Pen is something you will not think you will need until you actually use it and incorporate it to your lifestyle. Optionally, if you have some time to kill, the S Pen is a great tool for doodling too. Whether or not I use it every single time, I must say it was always good to have the S Pen as an option whenever I needed it. It just works as advertised. Live messaging is a pretty cool feature that is also built into the Note 8. I love to make fancy personalized notes. It's not something you must use, so you can completely ignore it if you don't need it. The same can be said about many things on the Galaxy Note 8. Even if you don't like the S Pen, you can just completely ignore it. Some of the software related features that are packed on this device, you can still ignore them. If you want to ignore the iris scanner, you can ignore that as well. Or you can try using that because it's more secure. I like Samsung's approach of giving the flexibility to the user. Talking about the software, the Galaxy Note 8 is running on Android 7.1.1 Nougat with the Samsung Experience skin on top. It is really feature packed like I told earlier. The sad news here is that we still don't have the Oreo update for the Note 8. If all things go well, we should get it by the end of January or February. But it sucks that we have to wait. Like users have been complaining for years, fragmentation is something Samsung and Google both need to figure out soon and provide a solution. That's a big weakness in Android that we all hate. Samsung's all-new virtual assistant Bixby is also here on the Note 8, and having it is pretty cool. In the time I tested the Note 8, I tried my best to use Bixby, but most times it was easier for me to go ahead and do it without telling Bixby. I even have a dedicated video on Bixby in my channel, so go ahead and check it out if you want more information about Bixby. Fast charging works as promised on the Note 8 and is one of my favorite things about this phone. It takes around 1 hour and 40 minutes to go from 0 to 100 to fill up the entire 3300 mAh battery. Battery life was quite similar to what I saw with the Galaxy S8 Plus. The Samsung Galaxy Note 8 is officially sold by Samsung here in Sri Lanka for 163,500 Sri Lankan rupees. With a price of almost $1,000 is the Galaxy Note 8 worth it? For me personally, it is, simply because it has no compromises. I think it's right to call the Note 8 the most feature-packed flagship smartphone of 2017. But if you don't have almost $1,000 to spend on the Galaxy Note 8, and if you don't mind not having the S Pen and the dual cameras, then the slightly cheaper Galaxy S8 or Galaxy S8 Plus will also give you a great experience. Or you can look at other Android smartphones that are available too. 2017 was a great year for smartphones, and therefore you have a lot of great options. Let me know what your pick is down below by dropping a comment. If you're new to my channel, definitely go ahead and subscribe to me right here on YouTube for more reviews like this in the future. For behind the scenes and updates, you can follow me on social media. I am at Andro. All the links are given down below in the description, so definitely go ahead and check them out. Please share this video if you found this review helpful, and definitely go ahead and tag some friends as well. Finally, go ahead and drop a comment down below and let me know what you guys thought about my review of the Galaxy Note 8. And until I talk to you guys in my next video, this is Banu signing out.